Hi, I'm Stan DeFreitas, Mr. Greenthumb. We're so glad that you're with us today. We're going to talk about one of my favorite plants that you can use in a hanging basket, or you can use it in a border planting as well, and that's the petunia. The petunia is an annual in most parts of the country, and it's one that it just flowers and keeps flowering every day. It puts on a plethora of beautiful blooms. And I also like it because they're pretty easy to care for. It's one that it tolerates dryness pretty well. So in a basket, probably every second or third day, you're going to have to water it. But that's not as bad as many baskets, because many baskets you'd have to water every day hard. That depends if it's in full sunlight. Remember, it probably blooms best in full sun to partial shade. Don't stick it on the north side of your home where it gets no light, because then it's really going to be reaching out for sunlight and get very spindly. It's an annual, which means we're going to fertilize it probably about every 2 to 3 weeks if you're using a good water soluble. If you're using some of the time-released fertilizer, you'd probably apply it to the basket at the time of putting it together. Of course, a lot of folks will just get a basket from your local nursery, garden supply store, because it's already set. Petunias come in purples and reds and a number of different colors off of reds and purples and blues. And because of that, they make a nice addition to an informal garden, or actually into a bed where you may have it lined up. Sometimes people alternate it with different color combinations. They may have it with some of the variegated ones. There are some that have multicolored petunias. And petunias normally will be planted in a pretty light soil. So make sure you've got some perlite, some peat, maybe some manure. You really want to improve that soil and make it a good planting mix. One that's light, one that's friable, and that means that the water will go through it well. And if it does go through it well, that means you're not going to have water sitting. If water sits at the base of a container, you could get into some rot problems. So if you've got a container, maybe one of those decorative containers, drill a hole through it. If you've got one of those containers that are ceramic and they don't have a hole at the bottom, or a little tray like this one does, make sure you've got some drainage. Put in 2 or 3 holes at the bottom of a ceramic pot to make sure this thing does get good drainage. You can always add more water, but it's harder to take water away. Petunias come in a number of different beautiful colors, and you can use it in full sun areas, and it'll grow throughout the country. Now, it doesn't like real cold, so you're probably going to plant it normally early spring to summer in your area. And I know that can vary in different parts of the country, different parts of the world. But petunias make a real vibrant color that you can have in almost any landscape. And I think they really make a nice addition to the landscape. So that's something that I would encourage you to try to incorporate into your backyard, front yard, side yard, maybe as a basket hanging from your porch or patio. Makes a wonderful addition to your landscape. And I might say, I am Stan DeFreitas, Mr. Greenthumb. If you enjoyed this segment, hit the like button and join us so you can be part of us each and every week.